Hey guys, welcome back to Cool Gadgets, where we review the latest and greatest tech products. My friend here is the KOSMOS Nova 7 e-bike, which is debuting on Indiegogo later this month. There's so many features on here, I could talk about these features all day. So I'll just keep it to the highlights, okay? It has a hydraulic brake system, which works in all weather. It has a 36-volt battery, 10 amp hours. That means this thing hauls. The carbon belt, which replaces your old traditional chain with oil, that system, and the manufacturer says it'll last up to 18,000 miles. Then you have a smart app, which is connected to smart handlebars with a smart display. We also have armored tires here, and then we have the pedals. The pedals have a torque sensor in them, so when you're pressing, it'll adjust to how much you can press, and you can manually adjust that as well. And on top of all of that, there's a 5-speed gear shifter, which you can control here with your handlebars. Now, even though this bike has a ton of features and it sounded really complicated, what I really love about it is that all of it is very simple to use. So if we come here to the smart handlebars, there's a really simple control interface. Press to turn on, your display turns on. Up arrow, tap once, down arrow, tap once. That controls the torque in your pedals. So if you want it to increase and you want to charge the battery more, you're gonna put the number up. If you want the opposite, you go down. Long press of the up turns on your lights. So you're ready for nighttime, long press turns off the lights. So this bike has a huge battery in it, right? And it's really powerful. And because of that, it has a little bit of weight to it. Now, when you're walking, there's a walk assist. You push the bike and you hold down the down button and it pushes with you. So it's really easy. It's like the escalator equivalent of your bike. Pretty cool, right? All right, now this compact and small unassuming component is actually the gearbox. And in here we have 5 speeds. You'll see it's enclosed, right? So that means no maintenance and it's well protected. It also differs from a normal bike system where you have the 5 gears separated and then the chain moves along and you manually shift it. This has direct shifting. And it's more akin to a car or a motorcycle. That 5-speed transition system is all connected to this carbon belt. So remember, in a traditional bike, you have the chain, you have the oil, and it's connected to all the gear components. Now, you just have your single gear, right? So it doesn't need to shift. And it doesn't shift externally, like we mentioned earlier, it shifts internally. So this part stays constant. And all of this is driven by the torque sensor pedals right here, which you can also control on your smart handlebars. Now, this carbon belt is actually estimated to run up to 18,000 miles by the manufacturers. It's got a lot of distance, no maintenance, and it doesn't get your hands dirty. That's pretty awesome. And moving on to the tire, I want to point out something. So tire, traditionally, just tire and then inner tube, right? And that's usually lightweight. That's what they're emphasizing and why they do that for a lot of bikes. This comes with an added layer of protection under it. So you have your inner tube, you have this really thick armor that's really strong here, and then all of that sits under the tire. I don't know about you guys, but I used to ride a bike for 4 years when I was commuting to work, and anytime my tire blew out, it was a huge pain. I remember there was a little pack that I added to my bike, and in that pack, it had a whole tire repair kit. And when the tire would get punctured, I would have to take off my wheel. I would have to remove the tire with the little tool, pop off the tire, take off the inner tube, and then I would put a patch on it, and then I would have to hand pump my tire all the way back up, put it back on, and oftentimes when I patched it, it would only last like another couple rides or another 3 rides, or it wouldn't be a complete patch. So I know something like this would save me a lot of time, especially if it's winter and it's cold. When your hands really hurt and you have to replace the tire, it is one of the worst days. So this, honestly, personally, is my favorite feature. Now, I mentioned this bike was actually more of a motorcycle or a car than it is actually a bike. And as such, it comes with these optional features. So this is actually a tail light that enables you to have, here, I'll turn it on, I'll show you. You got your normal hazard lights like this. So, you know, if you stop, you want to alert people, you can do that. And then you have a turn signal, right, left, like that. And you probably can't see it very well, but there's a laser feature like this, so that you have lights going along the side of your bike while you're riding. I've ridden in the dark many times, and oftentimes it's really dangerous when you don't have a designated bike lane. So this is a great feature to add. And moving along, we have another paid feature. This goes on top of the tires. We're looking at the mud flaps, right? And the mud flaps are there to protect your rack. Anyone who's commuted knows that sometimes you want to carry a lot of stuff, or you have like your gym bag plus your work bag, whatever that might be. In average, the e-bikes only can carry up to 150 pounds, but this can actually carry up to 145 kilograms, which for you American people, that's 320 pounds. So you could essentially put this on the back of your tire and carry a defensive lineman all the way to work. With all of these features, I would definitely recommend checking out the KOSMOS Nova 7 on their Indiegogo page. There you can find more information. This is something I really wish had been around back in my commuting to work days on a bike. I would probably never have been stuck on the road. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm Scott, and I'll see you next time.